So what types of things, so where did you go to school when you were younger?
I was a scholarship kid at a Catholic school growing up, several different Catholic schools, but they were always in the other, you know, on the other side of town, in the wealthier part of town. And I grew up quite working class, and thankfully with, you know.
I'll take being called any day to being called sweet.
You'd prefer that.
Absolutely, it's much more fun.
I'm not going to get into the details of that fight. You and I both know that you split when there is no physical violence involved. And that you do it like at the very beginning of fights these days. And if you split and you go into a different room and you don't actually leave that house, it does nothing but perpetuate the fight. And you don't actually do it respectfully. You don't do it in a way that actually means we won't fight. It always makes more fights. It always makes them longer. It never, ever makes you calmer. You never come out going, I want to talk, or I'm okay, or it's going to be okay. And I am I'm sick and tired 100% of being the only one that goes and fights for it. You know what that does? It demoralizes the half of this relationship that is me. It demeans me. Demoralizes me.
Really?
Yes, really. Really, when you split on me, how do you feel when I leave you?
When I split,
I've left
when I
you
go into
before.
the other room, you say?
You leave how you get another room, you get a flight,
When-
things like that. And you
when is-
asked me not to
when
in
is-
Australia, and ever since
No,
then,
how many,
I've fought.
how many,
I don't
you're
know, I
wrong.
have to count them up.
No, because I haven't left you in a house maybe twice. Last night and another time.
No, you've done it before. I've come here before. I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, you've come here before. Last time and another time, and then last night.
You've done this several times, and
went to
getting
other
me
rooms.
a room. I mean, getting another room at a hotel is just the same thing.
When did I get another room at a hotel?
You text Steven or Nathan in Toronto to get you another room. It's chronic. It happens all the time. And if you do it to go into another room, you do it and you get dressed.
You were fucking screaming at me.
I'm not going to validate my actions last night. I feel very bad.
No, I'm
for
talking
how I
in
reacted.
Toronto.
I did not start screaming until you had fucking said all this shit. You poke an animal enough, it is eventually, doesn't matter how friendly it is
That's
or how
not
cool.
true. Well,
I
it's
stayed
the same
cool
for me.
So long,
It's the same for
and you
me,
kicked
kid.
and kicked and kicked so bad. I have not done this to you. I have not said these things to you. I
Then-
have not started the fight by saying I'm
then
going to
se-
get another room. And
se-
I'm not going to sit here and fight about fucking Toronto anymore. Guess what? I let it go. I'm not fucking talking about Toronto. I
Send me the
yell it,
tapes.
I can whisper it. I can write it. Guess what? I'm not saying another fucking word about Toronto. I'm so sick and tired of fucking fighting about old fights. This is not about a fight. This is broad. This is a broad thing.
To push him out of it, which is what the hit is referred to. And Johnny, whenever he was injured or touched, it always referred to it in these ways of punching or clocked or whatever. And whether you discussed it with him or not, the last thing you do in talking to him afterwards or trying to reconcile with him is to get into what the definition of those words mean to him.
Just say what
So
happened.
I never even addressed it. He would, if he was ever pushed, it was a cold. He called it a cold clock. I mean, it was just very dramatic.
Isn't
about
it true, Miss Her?
It's coming to what? Save me?
No, go ahead. That we
After
had
you
last
fucking
night.
got physically violent with me, I texted Travis. I said, "Come up here," because
know.
I didn't want
Come and
anything to
save me.
happen.
I mean, yeah.
It's coming to what? Save me?
No, go ahead. Continue. You. Travis to the rescue.
No, that was the last one. You can go. You go. That was the last insult.
Oh, yeah. You called me a liar, and yet
I watched you lie.
you called me a liar.
I watched you lie. I
You're
heard it. I was
full of
right
shit.
there.
There's no what. You still haven't told me what lie it is.
We'll talk
But
to-
yet every single fucking time.
We'll
You
talk
know
to
you do this
Travis.
every single fucking
We'll
time.
talk to Travis.
I'm not fucking talking to nobody.
No,
Fuck
because
that.
you
You go
fucking-
fucking go jerk him off. I don't care. I really could care less. It's you every single time. You latch onto some sort of thing. When I already told you, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. You still haven't even told me what it is. But run with it.
I have told you what it is.
No, you haven't.
I said to Travis, I said to you, hey, tell Travis what just happened. You
Oh,
can
you
care
told me
less.
to do it. You
Yeah.
told me to. You said, go do that.
I said, no, tell him what just
And
happened.
I lied.
And that you punched me in the
You're right.
fucking thing, and you
figured
in the
it
face,
out.
and you said, no, fucking, no, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about? And I
didn't
watched
punch
you lie, and then
I
I
didn't punch you,
and
by
then
the way. I'm sorry that I didn't
You,
hit
punched
you
me.
across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, you've been in a lot of fights. You've been around a long time. I know. Yeah.
No, when you fucking have a closed
You
fist.
didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you.
You can't
I don't know
deck
what
me.
the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your toes?
I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are.
Oh,
That's the difference
you
between
poor
me and
toes.
you. You're a fucking baby.
Because you start
You
physical
are
fights?
such a baby.
Because
Grow
you-
the fuck up,
Because you start
Johnny.
physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had
Because no, I'm not laughing.
no, matter of fact,
I'm not laughing. I'm not. It's serious. I'm sure you can find other things. I'm kind of waiting.
How many injuries did you observe on Miss Heard?
I didn't observe any.
What, if any, injuries did you observe on Mr. Depp?
The marking across the bridge of his nose.
Seeing the contours of her face the first time you saw her that evening?
No.
Did you perceive any signs of injury on her face or anywhere else on her body that was visible to you?
No.
That I understood at the time was to review the case materials and provide my opinions regarding anything that I noticed that was consistent or even inconsistent with the psychological science that exists today on intimate partner violence in Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard's relationship.
All right, you used a phrase there, intimate partner violence. What are you talking about?
So there are a multitude of different definitions depending on the source or the state, but essentially intimate partner violence is abuse. It could be physical, psychological, and it's from one partner to another in an intimate relationship.
You didn't give me some
No.
of the best performances in
No,
there.
you're right. I don't. It's all about performance.
Oh, Johnny, tell them Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
Yes.
it's a fair fight. It sees how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's fair fight. My ass.